Marvel Cinematic Universe. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. Right, moving on. And moving on to Patty Jenkins. So Patty Jenkins dropped a bit of a bomb actually recently in an interview with Cinema Blend, where she said that the DCEU directors do not consider Joss Whedon's Justice League to be canon. Oof, that's harsh. But I'll get at what she said. So it's really a really interesting quote actually. Here you go. She said, the Justice League, no, I think that all of us DC directors tossed that out just as much as the fans did. But also I felt that the version contradicted my first movie in many ways. And this current movie, which I was already in production on. So then what are you going to do? I was like, you would have to play ball in both directions in order for that to work. The only thing I have done, and I've always tried to do, is I knew when Zack Snyder was doing Justice League, where she sort of ends up. So I was sorry. So I always tried, like, I didn't change her suit because I never want to. I don't want to contradict his films, but yet I have my own films, and he's been very supportive of that. And so I think that Justice League was kind of an outlier, and he's been very supportive of that. And so I think that Justice League was kind of she says, I think that Justice League was a bit of an outlier. They were trying to turn one thing into kind of another, which is kind of a lot. And so it then becomes, I don't recognize half of these characters, so I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, so she's basically saying, here, this bit, DC directors tossed that out just as much as the fans did. So that's the big part of that, I think. And she then talks about her version of Wonder Woman, how it didn't quite align with Joss Whedon's version in his Justice League film. She talks a lot about Zack there, and she wanted to honor Zack's version of the character and like kind of pick up where he left off with Wonder Woman. So I think it's really interesting what's happened here. Like, Joss Whedon came in after Warner Brothers basically really sent Zack Snyder packing. Really, that's really what they did. And he made what was a completely different film, completely different film tonally to the rest of the DC Comics movies, to what Zack Snyder had been doing before. Patty Jenkins, what she did with her Wonder Woman film was actually keep the same tone. Well, not really the same tone, but she kept a kind of, you could tell that it was all part of the same universe. Whereas like Joss Whedon's Justice League feels like it's on a completely different planet. It might as well have all been set on a completely different planet. Like, as far as I'm concerned, it could be maybe they might say, "Oh, this actually happens on another Earth somewhere." Like, they could do that. They are playing around with the multiverse, so maybe it could be canon in that way. But I just think that the DC directors, and I also think Warner Brothers to a certain extent, just want to remove themselves as far away as possible, as far from that movie as possible, because it wasn't good and it wasn't received well at all, and people don't like Joss Whedon anymore, rightly so. But let me know what you guys think about all of that in the comments below. Right, moving on. And